guys, it's me, Big Dave, and today we're doing another Raid Shadow Legends video. Specifically, we're going over this rotation of the Cursed City on the 6th of November 2024. So I'll just go over the rooms, the choke points, the bosses, what I'll be using, what can be used, and just get into it and just enjoy. So I'll just get started. So we'll start on S4. S4 is normally, I think it's always void, so if you've managed to pull half decent voids, this should be fairly self-explanatory. Like, obviously you can use, did Lydia use one on this one? No, she's not. You've got options, so you've got like, obviously Arbiter, Skull Crown, Belmo if you've got it, Ethos if you've got a campaign farmer. Like double Skull Crown could probably get you through this, to be perfectly honest. You got options like Faceless, Whisper, Ursula the Mourner, Whirlim, Renegade if we need to reset. So yeah, this one's fairly self-explanatory. I know if you don't have voids, then this might be difficult, but yeah, this one is permanently always void. So that's S4. Let's have a look at S5. So Iron Twins. I'll probably end up doing this, yeah, or maybe this, something along those lines. You decrease speed. You could use High Katoon if you want to go that way. I'm pretty much going to go unkillable for most of this and just pump the shield, heal. I use Morley here because of the Brimstone. Again, Gronjar is a decent shot. Yeah. Could you use Armand? No, I don't think you can turn me to manipulate this boss, so I'd probably leave him out for this one. If you don't have unkillable, because I got unkillable in two places here, you can use Demitha. There are not many options here. Like Gronjar is probably the better of the two to sort of burn it down, because you can't use Geo here. I don't think you can. Can you use Geo here? No, you can't, because it's HP and support and easy defense based or attack based, whichever one it is. So yeah, that's Iron Twins. S6. This one is relatively okay if you did the Morrigan fusion. Rotas is obviously an MVP here. You've got Big and Dark Elhain can be used here. Uko is probably a must, or Siege Hulk, one of the two. Like I'm running 3 champs here who can all do decreased defense, so this should be self-explanatory. Yeah, this one's okay, to be fair, because it's magic and it's attack based. So you've got like Foley, Big Gun, Ray, Rotas, even Kale, Foley, Dark Lane. You've got Gogorab. I've got Gwyneth. I am going to use her at some point, but probably not for this because she's single target damage, but she's good for bosses. But yeah, this one's okay. If you did the Morrigan fusion, this should be fairly simple. But if you've got Uko, this should be fairly simple too, to be honest. Siege Hulk for the damage and the turn meter control, and then Rotas and Ray just to polish stuff up. So yeah. S7, again, avoid one for once. Again, you've got a couple of free options here. You've got Visix, Arbiter, Mithrala, Lydia, Urost, Cold Heart if you've got a Cold Heart, Madam Ceres. Yeah, you've got options here. Even if you don't have Ethos, I think Cold Heart should be perfectly fine here. The issue here is going to be the Gottfried on the last wave and the Rotas. Yeah, so if you haven't got Sifi, trying to think who else could do a decent job here. I think Battle Sage does block debuffs if I'm not mistaken. So you've got one or two options, or you could just not run buffs and just control with Visix and Mithrala. So yeah, I've got 2 Sifis here, so I'm probably alright. But I'm probably gonna run this just yeah, and then I don't know, maybe Belano for the extra damage maybe. So yeah, so S8. This one's a little bit awkward. Again, if you got Stagnite, Yannicka is free, so you should have Yannicka. If you don't, you've got Golos is a decent shot here for decreased defense if you don't have Stagnate, or just run 2 of them. Like you could run something like this. Again, I'm going to run Duchess, obviously. Other options, you could run Lady Annabelle, Abyssal, and a stun set. If you're going to... I can't remember if this one's not too bad, from what I can remember. This isn't the one with Ugo and Leorius. That's S6, I think. So, this one's a little bit awkward, but if you've got Lysandra, there's no torments here, I believe, so this one, she should be perfectly fine. You can turn me to control the damage dealers here. And then, like, you've got, like, obviously, Yannicka, Rikitov can do a job here. Knight Errant can do single target damage, he's pretty good for that. Or Abyssal in a stun set. I'll do a video on this one, purely because it's kind of awkward without Duchess. But it can be done without her. Yeah, so that's S8. The boss, this one's a little bit more awkward. Unfortunately, I was thinking about using Odin here, if you've got him, but you can't because this guy ignores Unkillable. The best bet here is Sky Touch Shaman, and then I went with Coffin Smashes HP Burn, and everyone else here heals in between to make sure Sky Touch doesn't die. And the reason being, Sky Touch can put fear on herself. So you need Elva in order to cleanse it. You could just run another cleanser. I try to think who else cleanses you. The Doom Priest could do a job here. You know, every turn. So if you don't have Elva, Doom Priest is definitely the other option here. What else have we got? The damage here is pretty much going to come from Coffin Smasher. I'm trying to think who else you can use here. There's not many enemy max HP champs here, to be fair. So this one's a little bit more awkward. But yeah, reasonable. Arix can be used. Hits pretty hard. But again, enemy max HP is the way to go here. You could go Emic. But again, reset it to get everyone's skills back is a decent shout. I might use Odin for the A3 because it does hit pretty hard. Like, I might throw him in here instead of Sinesha, maybe. I think I've got enough healing here. Maybe throw him in. We'll have a see. I'll do a video on this one. But again, I'll probably try and use Odin here if I can. So what else have we got? So let's look at S16. Again, Void again. Pretty self-explanatory. If you've got Voids, if you've got Gurga, if you've got Man-Eater, I use Umbra a lot here because of the A3, because she can provoke and I've given her with enough accuracy for it to land. You've also got like Padma. You could use Prunda if you've managed to book her, or him I should say. Seifi, Uragrim could be a shout here. Skrank. You could use Skimforce. You know, it's Void basically. The Void ones are normally easier if you've got enough Voids to be able to do it. So we'll have a look at the boss. This one's going to be a little bit awkward. What I might do here is something like... I don't know. Something like this with... Again, I could use Odin, but he's single targets. Tregao could be good here, if I can remember if he has a... Yeah, 2-hit in A1. You want champs who double hit on the A1s. I'm trying to think who else has a bigger hit here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I might do... You're going to need the speed up, but I'm thinking that with the ally attack, maybe these will double pump. We'll see. I'll work on this one. Yeah, I'll do a video on this one, to be fair. So, but yeah, this one might be tough. I'm going to have to rebuild Kreela, though. I think I've taken gear off her, but I might put Relentless on her, just to make it a bit more simpler. So, yeah. If you want to go heal reduction, you could go here. You might need to, unless you've got a lot of damage. But I'll try different combos. I think last time I did, you can use, if I'm not mistaken, Woad Painted can be used here. Can she be used here? Yeah, Woad Painted could be a decent shout here. Does she bring anything other than that, though? Does she bring heal reduction? I don't think she does. Block active. This one could be usable. I quite like this. Does she have a double hit? Yeah, I might use Woad Painted for this. Have I booked her? I think I have. I might actually use Woad Painted for this because of the reflect. Yeah, so I might use Woad Painted instead of Haikatoon here. or even something along these lines, something like this. So yeah, we'll give it a try with different champs. Again, bit OP with Garrel. I probably won't do a video on this because it's very specific what I'm using. So yeah, right. What else have we got? So look at look at the other boss fights here. I've never done this one because I don't think I've ever got to this one, to be honest. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit more awkward, I would say. Again, Newt is going to be a must here. Theoretically, I'm going to use a really good champ for this is going to be Morag. I might use Elva instead of running HP burn so she can double hit on the A2 and then we kill the boss with block revive without having to run a block reviver here. Or even Luria. There's a couple of options here. Like I might end up using Morley for the reflect and the provoke. I don't think I'm going to need it though. Could use Cupidus as a decent shout. Fenax is another shout. Again, Luria is a decent shout here because of the block revive for the ads and for him. So there's a couple of options here. This one's going to be awkward, but then I might put Newt in Relentless here. But again, Newt and Morag should be good enough to take the shield down. You've also got the option, if you want to run block debuffs, you can run Tatura or Spirit Horse, depending. My Tatura's not booked, so again, I might not end up using it, but I might end up using her because she's going to cleanse where she needs to. I might put her in protection for that one, so yeah. Right, what else have we got? So we'll look at this one. This one's a little bit more awkward because there's no speed boosters in here, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to tune it. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this one yet, but Gurga Fast might be the option here. Freeze everything, and then kill everything, and then use, I'm trying to think who has turn meter control here. We've got, no one, not really. No real turn meter control. Roella is probably going to be a decent shout here, so I would say Roella. You could Roella boost into Gurga, or you could go Roella into Wukong, again, Wukong to nuke, but you need to make Roella and Wukong pretty fast. But again, Roella is going to be your turn meter control here, I would say. But killing the dragon is going to be difficult. That's why Nishak might come in quite handy here, I think. Emic, but again, you need to make sure that you kill Emic with Gurga. So, yeah. But I will do a vid on this one, because this one's a little bit more awkward. So, right, we'll have a look at this one. I've done this one, haven't I? Yeah. So we've got... I will be doing a video on this one, because I've actually built a team for this. So you've got... I'm going to rebuild my second Gnarlhorn, because the other one is for Phantom Shogun's Grove. And I'm going to put him in Frostbite for this. So I'll probably end up using him, Rockbreaker, because he's already booked. Well, I think he's already booked. He's almost. I think I got to book him today. I think. Morag, Fodby in a stun set, and probably Melga. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably Gnarlhorn, Rockbreaker, Fodby, Morag, and then the option between Melga and Steel Skull. Melga's probably better for healing than he is, because she puts on a continuous heal. I'll work that out when I get to it. Probably just check the gear, whatever they're wearing. I will be doing a video, because this is one of the hardest rooms, this is. So you need control here, and that's why you run. I think this is the one with Taras. Yeah, I will be doing a video on this, but I'm probably going to put Gnarlhorn and Rockbreaker in Frostbite to make this a bit easier. So yeah, this might actually take a few goes, but we'll have a go at this one. What else have we got? So S14. Quite like this one. This one I quite like. What I might end up doing is you're gonna have to have. So I might do this instead because of the Tomins, and I would make Sepulchre Sentinel the fastest here. Again, Doom Priest in Relentless is going to be good here. We've got enough. We got decreased defense. We've got enough damage with these two. Yeah, so this one should be okay. Again, this one I always struggle with because it's very, very specific. This one is. You've also got Pan the Bowman with his A1. You've also got Duodan, which I might do. Again, you can. The problem you've got you could go Duodan instead of Seneschal. I'll test this one out and probably do a video on it. So yeah, again, bit of an awkward one. Again, if you've got Sepultura Sentinel, you're gonna need her for the Torments in the last wave. Unfortunately, got no block revive here. Not that I can see anyway, unless you use Oathbound, which is a decent shout here. But again, you've got some control here. You know, you can always you've got control with Seneschal, or you can just go the taunt with. But again, you're gonna need a lot of. I think I got him in a bolster set. I did. So yeah, but I'll do a video on this one. So what else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. S13, yeah, fairly self-explanatory. If you did the fusion for Gaius, if you've got Dark Hail, it's a decent shout here. Ray is another shout. You've also got Gwyneth is a decent shout here too. But I got double Rotus. Gonna use bombs for this one, I would imagine, and then get decreased defense out with her or freeze, and then just go ham with these two, and then on the last wave go back to Gaius. So yeah, if you've got this, Gwyneth is a show here again. Dark Elaine is also a show here, and also you've got Dark Hail. Pitiless one could be decent here for damage, but again, you're going to need decreased defense, and it's not exactly blessed here for it, because again, Catacomb Counselor could be decent if you're running Ray. Again, you could single out a target and kill it if you've got Rotus with Catacomb Counselor. I might build one. No, I really need this. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah. What else for S12? Again, probably going to run something like this with probably. I'm going to build her. She is booked now, I think. Because I've got a 5-star on her and she's got Crushing Rend, just to make it a bit more simpler. The trouble here is you've only got, there she is, with decreased defense. So, again, a little bit more awkward. I'm not going to use control here because of the Jing one, which is going to be awkward. I'm also going to be building up my Jing one soon, so I'm going to do a bit of play testing with him over the next couple of weeks and get a video on him. Because I want to see if I can get him to work for Armand's. So yeah, but working on that one. So yeah, I've got videos coming over the next few weeks. So I've got a Hydra video coming. I'm doing a comparison between Thor and Taras. Not in a reset comp, but in a sort of looking at the differences between the two of them to see who does more damage. Again, it's spoiler alert. It one does a lot more. So, but that's coming out probably next week. I've got this coming out obviously over the next day or two. So